I cannot lie, Hinata is popping her shit.
Yes, sir.
I must give credit where credit is due. You know what, maybe she should be in the kitchen. I don't know what she's cooking up, but my taste buds are intrigued.
good.
This unique display of
Or so you thought, bruh. Or so you thought. You thought that that cake was made from scratch. No more. It came from Kroger. What is good, y'all? That man Kage the Don done dropped a new video titled "When Neji Gave Hinata Them Equal Rights and Lefts to Almost End Her Life." And bruh, this fight is it be your own people the fight, bruh. Because again, they're cousins, right? If you know Naruto, you know that they're cousins. But at the same time, it be your own people who oppress you sometimes, because the main branch of the Hyugas was pretty much oppressing all of the other branches, and then that built some resentment through the generations, and it focused over in Neji. This man, he violated Hinata in this fight, bruh. If y'all enjoy this, make sure to go to Kage the Don, hit him with the goodness. Also, congratulations on passing 200K, bruh. You getting closer to that 1 milli. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, lock it in by hitting that bell. That is the goodness. Hit them with it. And if y'all enjoy my reaction, please do the same for your boy. Let's get to it.
Okay, so boom! The scene kicks off with all of our favorite Leaf Genin staring at the screen waiting for the next matchup to be revealed. Now, I am a very big believer in skill-based matchmaking. After all, it makes things much more entertaining. Nobody wants to see the Lakers versus a middle school team, me versus any of you in Naruto Storm 2, Rick Ross versus Diet. All these matchups are too one-sided. You know who's gonna win every time. So,
and see, look, I believe in skill-based matchmaking too. But I will say, bro, I don't want to have to sweat every time I play a game. Like, I used to play Apex heavy. And when the skill base in that, bro, every game felt like I was in the ALGS or whatever. Every time, bro, like, that's the only bad part about it. Sometimes I just want to hop on there and get an easy dub.
imagine everybody's dismay when the matchup is revealed and the two ninjas that get matched up against each other are none other than Hinata and Neji. Now, judging off the brief scouting report I have in front of me, there is not one lick of information on this paper that could give her the slightest chance of winning. You may as well call me Darvinham, cause I got nothing for you. Go hard on them boys. Salute. Shit, all I can offer you is my condolences. But oddly enough, nobody in the stadium was as concerned as I was. In fact, you think this was a somewhat even matchup the way the third Hokage reacted. Talking about some
this should be an interesting match indeed.
No, the fuck is not, bro. The only person who I feel like really knew how old she was Kurina. Because at this point in like Naruto, Hinata had no skill development, bro. We didn't know what she could do. We knew she liked Naruto. And she was on Kurina's team. That is it, bro. So, I mean, yeah, they could have made her pull something out the bag that we didn't see. But was your expectations high? Absolutely not, bro. And, yeah, even with the expectations low, she did outperform what I thought she was going to do. But she still, let's get to it.
interesting for who? The cleanup crew that gotta scrape her guts off the wall? Nigga, you know this is gonna be a massacre. I'm telling you, something is wrong with this man. He's got a child abuse kink or something. No child shall prosper in his presence. Hinata, now already visualizing the brutal ass whooping Neji's about to give her, begins to stare at the ground looking prematurely defeated. So Neji, in a conceited
she was looking for a good place to start digging that 6 feet.
Yet honest way, tells Hinata about her parts. Hinata, be so for real, you know I'm about to beat the pixie cut off of you. Just drop out while you can still walk. You're too nice. Damn. You have no bag and no confidence. Think about your life. You are a failure. You are a failure. You can never make it. Hinata tries to softly clap back, but Neji is not finished. He then goes on a tangent about destiny, mentioning the fact that people can't change. She's weak, he's strong. She's born into the main branch of the family, and he's born into the cotton picking branch. It is what it is.
Pretty much.
just the cards they've been dealt. So he tells her to run away once more, but she's still trying to muster up the courage to fight back. So Neji decides to show her a glimpse of how stinky this shit's about to get. And now he's staring her down with his Byakugan activated. This girl Hinata then begins to shake and gasp like she just witnessed one of Diddy's freak-offs in 4K. So Neji continues to cook her, hoping she finally breaks. But
The thing that's also weird about this part, her getting so scared, is like, you have the same shit. Y'all are literally cousins. Why are you scared of like just seeing the Byakugan? Like for a regular person, if somebody pulled up and the veins around their eyes and all that happened, yeah, you have a right to be scared. Yeah, you probably seen this at like the age of 5.
But in the nick of time, Naruto cuts them off screaming,
"That does it! Who gave you the right to tell her what she can or can't be? Go on, Hinata, show this guy he's wrong!"
And just like my will to live after popping 7 perks, Hinata's determination is quickly restored. And now
After
she's
how
got
many?
the Byakugan eyes activated, ready to get busy. They continue to stare at each other for a little bit longer while hitting the Derrick Henry stiff arm, until finally, they both lunge at each other in hopes of landing the first blow. Hinata's first attempt gets blocked, then her next 3 get weaved, so Neji tries to retaliate with 3 of his own, but Hinata dodges those with even more sauce than Neji did. Now they're both pairing each other's attacks as elegantly as possible,
Looking
but
like it's
without
close.
even landing an actual blow yet. I cannot lie, Hinata is popping her shit.
Yes, sir.
I must give credit where credit is due. You know what, maybe she should be in the kitchen. I don't know what she's cooking up, but my taste buds are intrigued. This unique display of
Or so you thought, bruh. Or so you thought. You thought that cake was made from scratch. No, motherfucker, it came from Kroger.
hand-to-hand combat has everyone in the stadium curling their toes on the edge of their seat. But if there's one thing I know, you can always count on Sakura to sour the moment. Because once the cameraman pans over to her and Naruto, my girl fixes her mouth to say,
They attacked the Chakra Network? These people are amazing.
"These people?"
These people?
I don't know.
Yeah,
The
I
black
don't-
man in me senses something off about this sentence. You people are always so good at sports. I know that's a compliment, but something is off. Like, it's not really. They finally
I mean, cause she could have easily said, the Hyuga are so amazing. Like, yeah.
separate from each other to each devise a new plan of attack. Neji looking very frustrated while Hinata looks like she just ran a marathon. They both decided to keep the break
She was
short
going
because in the
100%.
blink of an eye, they both are charging at each other with what looks to be very devastating blows. Nigga screeching across the ground sounded like he's drifting, grinding his teeth hard as hell, while Hinata's cocking back that palm like a LeBron tomahawk, putting her whole back into that mug. They both eventually collide, and from the looks of it, both attacks seem to have connected straight to each other's heart. And now the whole crowd is waiting to see who's gonna drop first. And after a little bit more intense eye contact, a blood vessel in Hinata's heart pops, and she begins to cough up blood. Hinata, just as confused as everybody else by the effects of Neji's attack, decides to simply swat away his hand and give him a palm to the face. But Neji easily sidesteps that hoe and firmly pokes her in her arm. But it could not have
got a
been
grand
a regular
reveal.
poke, because they hit that move with the triple replay. And that is when I knew Hinata's chances of winning have been minimized to 0.
Yep.
It turns
They were low, but they weren't 0 until then.
out, Neji's been beating up her chakra points the whole time, which is crazy considering they're
Got her
so
looking
hard
like
to
she got
see due
chicken
to their
pox.
size and the added movement of combat. Neji then stiff arms the air out of Hinata's chest, and now she's on the ground panting like a dog while Neji talks that smack. But oddly enough, the quite often easily discouraged Hinata wasn't having any of that negativity.
Naruto transferred the dog. It's like if y'all break up, but y'all keep like joint custody of a dog, bruh. You just take it over to your house, your ex-girl house, and then she bring it back. I know this is a weird situation. It probably doesn't happen in real life, but hey, that's about the equivalent thing that you can make here.
Today. So in a rebellious act of courage, she hits us with a little low-key twerk, then begins to stand back up and say,
The low-key twerk.
My word. Because that too was my Nindo.
What?
My Ninja.
They copied my whole fucking flow.
Yeah,
I knew it,
got
I
you
knew
in
it.
with that little Jason Tatum ass speech. Anything is possible. Nigga, get your own saying. Hinata then tries to gear up for round 2, but her heart suddenly tenses up like my bros every time I put something on their lives. And that was when Kakashi let us know that
You be lying on your bros' live, bro. You be lying on their lives. I know I got a few cousins that probably do the same thing. Oh, my cousin. And then every time I get like a little sharp, you know that sharp pain in your chest that you get sometimes? That be your somebody lying on your name, bro. You gotta go check them for that too.
all of Neji's hits have officially stopped her chakra flow, essentially leaving her with nothing but her hands to stop him. Naruto, clearly empathizing with her underdog status, then begins to yell down at her with words of encouragement to keep her going. But this nigga must have forgot the show's called Naruto and not Hinata, so that underdog comeback voodoo magic is not gonna work this time. And Neji made sure that we knew that, because by the look on his face, you can tell that playtime's over. He's about to show her what these 12 years of slave hands can tell that playtime's over. He's about to show her.
Can't see his eyes, bro. All you see is the veins, bro. There is nothing but murderous intent in this moment. Honestly, what happens next? I kind of wish that they didn't intervene. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, if you watching this video, you definitely have seen Naruto. I wish the Jonin, part of me just want to see what happens if the Jonin didn't intervene, if they didn't stop this man.
Or what these 12 years of slave hands really do. Neji is really a trench baby. You were fighting your sensei in your palace.
Oh no, he did beat up on her.
Veins. You punching pads and bags, nigga. I was punching bricks and trees. You may be the main branch at the top of the tree, but always remember the trunk at the bottom is the strongest. Hinata then charges back in with a fiery burst of energy, and now she's really making Neji dance. Keep the weave, parry, block, spinning back fist, weave into a leg sweep. Hinata's really trying to put on a show for her man. After a couple more blocks and weaves, Hinata even tries to hit Neji with a leg sweep of her own, but he swiftly dodges it. You can tell Hinata's starting to feel herself a little. Like, look at the footwork. She's out here playing Dance Dance Revolution on him. But Neji could tell her confidence was getting out of hand. Slowly watching her come out of the useless, confidence-lacking bum outline he has set out for her in his head. So to bring her back down to reality, he weaves one of her stiff arms, then gives her a destiny-enforced palm to her jaw, sending her sliding back. But to my astonishment,
she stayed on her feet, though.
Is still standing.
She stayed on her feet.
Won't quit. She got the heart of a lion. She just might actually win this fight.
Boy, you took it too far.
Neji really just full force stiff armed her heart like she wasn't already coughing up blood a few minutes ago. That hit was so hard it had her doing the mannequin challenge. That girl is a real crowd pleaser. Face ass hit so hard it sent her into rigor mortis. Body stiff as hell.
You know what Hinata was? If y'all play any like Souls-like games, when you are in the middle of fighting a boss, right, and you out of flask or like out of healing potions, whatever, and you got like 10% health left, you got, depending on what move, you could either be one shot or two shotted, right? That's where Hinata was after that reveal of the arm thing. This hit could have been a one shot. It was a two. So he needed to hit her one more time, I think, at this point. But you still, and the reason why I say it, because you still have, well, I guess, without magic, but you still got stamina. That's all you got, is you got that little bit of health and some stamina. That is exactly where she is right here. So you could clutch, but you gotta be her or him, bro. You have to be that person, bro.
And peep the Andy's own Toy Story ass fall. The fall was so embarrassing that everyone in the stands thought she was finished.
Just poise break.
Look, she's out here kissing the concrete. So to make sure she leaves here with her life, the proctor walks over to her body, ready to call the fight. But out of nowhere, this man Naruto screams out in protest, "No!
Don't stop this match!
as if she's not already shaking hands with the Grim Reaper. But to everyone's surprise, this girl is still conscious, and not only that, she somehow manages to get back on her feet. This is real heart and determination right here. Sakura could never. Now she's standing up, looking like she's gotta take a tinkle, while also looking very unthreatening, talking about some.
I'm far from finished.
Then she starts talking smack for the first time in the match, saying that even though she's badly hurt, Neji's really the one suffering because he's always dwelling on being the lower branch. And I am 100% sure that that line caused more pain than any attack ever could have, because this man decided to not respond with any words, but instead...
See, I'm gonna say this. Hinata, you did a fantastic job right there. Alright? I think even Mark Phillips and L Block Lee could feel your presence as an instigator in that moment. But the only place you went wrong is you're in the middle of this fight and you're losing. If this was him versus Kiba, him versus Sasuke, him versus Lee, him versus Naruto, and you said that to get him amped up, well, hopefully you wouldn't do that to Naruto, especially at this point, because Naruto would have got the brakes beat off of him. But at anybody else, and you wanted Neji to win, or you just want them to keep fighting, W instigation. But here, no. But baby girl, you just let it run.
Full form sprint towards her while sounding like the Tasmanian devil. The rest of the Jonin could see that he was gonna 8 trigram 64 palm her straight to the Lord, so before he could get to her, they all rush in to stop him in the most aura-drenched fashion. Listen, I don't know if this counts as a pull-up, but this was too saucy to let slide. This man has 4 Jonin restraining him right now. Neji really was the child prodigy of the league. But hold on though, peep Kurenai trying to steal the show with her no-look arm grab pose. Brother, what are you looking down at? There's nothing down there but streaks of Hinata's blood. They then try to talk some sense.
Wait, hold on. I want to
down at. There's
hold on. No, I want the whole frame. All right, but let's be real. Like, guy pulled up, wrapped around. You know, that's cool. I forgot which Hayate. I think that's Hayate Gecko, right? He pulled up with the arm thing. Cool. She over here doing too much, which is making her lose aura. But Kakashi really pulled up, grabbed the like attacking hand, and still got the hand in the pocket. Really, really casual with it. But I think out of everyone who stopped Neji, Kakashi got the most aura off of it. But at the same time, in this frame alone, Neji got the most aura out of everyone, because it took 4 Jonin to jump down and stop you. That's aura if I ain't never seen it, bro. Sasuke wasn't doing that. Naruto wasn't doing that. Gar probably, yeah, he could have probably did that. I got something to say after this too.
No-look arm grab pose. Brother, what are you looking down at? There's nothing down there but streaks of Hinata's blood. They then try to talk some sense into Neji, but mid-speech, Hinata's heart gives out, and now she's going into cardiac arrest while having no pulse. So the medics scoop her up, urgently trying to save her life, which ultimately marked the end of this tragic beatdown. Overall, a very tear-jerking bout. You'd think that any opponent going up against a poor, sweet, innocent girl like Hinata would go easy on her, but unfortunately for her, Neji was happily willing to dish out them equal rights and equal lefts. She was also throwing them paws at the beginning of the fight, and getting up all those times cannot go unappreciated. So for her heart and determination alone, I'll give her an A. And last but not least, Neji gets an A+. As sinister and evil as this beatdown made him look, you cannot deny that this ninja is not one to play with.
Okay. Let me get back to it.
Look, you cannot deny that this ninja is not one to.
Okay, so the thing that I was thinking about, right? There's only one person, I think, at this point in the exams that Hinata could have went up against. Because, like, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, Naruto had already fought. Sasuke had already fought. I mean, she don't want to go up against them. Sakura and Ino had already won. So, like, here, what was it, Lee? Because the ground is still cool. It was like Lee and Gaara, Dozu and Choji, maybe Zaku and Shino, maybe I forget where their fight was exactly, but like let's be so for real. The only people that she had a chance against was Choji, or maybe I don't remember where Shikamaru and old girl who no name we never gonna remember. And if you do remember it, no, you don't. All right. If you type in the comments, say, "Oh, her name was," no, don't do that. I'm gonna delete your comment because we don't remember her name on purpose. We remember them other guys like Genma, Hayate, and the other two guys. I learned their names and I forgot them. But yeah, those were the possible ones. She could have maybe got. I don't think she would have got Shikamaru. Oh, girl, I think she could have possibly got. Who else? Dozu? No. Gar. I ain't even gonna finish his name. Lee. Come on now. Zaku? Maybe. Maybe. Shino? Nah, I don't. Like, I don't think they ever showed Shino's true ability, bruh. Never showed his true ability. Even in Boruto, they still feel like he's under like performing to what we feel like he can do. She didn't have a chance. It was Choji, which honestly, Gentle Fist versus Human Boulder, I don't know. If he had rotation, maybe. Look, this is the Naruto nerd in me. I'm really over here going over matchups she could have won. So I think old girl, maybe if she could figure out the shadow possession, Shikamaru. I'm being generous. And old girl, so yeah. She didn't have many chances of moving ahead. Let's be real. But if y'all enjoyed this, bro. I ain't finished the whole video. Okay, yeah, okay. It was just this. If y'all enjoyed this, for one, make sure to hit Kage the Don with the goodness. All right, link will be in the description as always. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Lock it in by hitting that bell. That is the goodness. Hit him with it. Now, I see that he got 41 Naruto videos, right? I have not seen all of them. Probably haven't seen most of them. Even like, I would say probably not a quarter. I just started watching his videos more recently. So, but this is a good lob to the Naruto versus Neji fight. So if he does that next, or I'm predicting that could be next, but because like he did this one like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this, make sure to hit him with the goodness. Hopefully he does Naruto Neji, or if it's already here, I'll check that out next. But yeah, and then if y'all enjoyed my reaction, hit your boy with the goodness as well. That's like, comment, subscribe, share, lock it in by hitting that bell. That is the goodness. Hit me with it, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.